What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Manchester United FIFA 21 Career Mode. This is episode number 4, and today we return with transfer deadline day. Will we make any more signings? Will we sell any more players? We are about to find out. We'll also face 2 big games in the Premier League as we take on Wolves at Old Trafford, and then we'll be taking on Southampton at St Mary's Stadium. Perhaps we can pull out the zebra kit from that one. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll finish the episode off with another youth intake. Hopefully we can start building that youth squad up a little bit now and start to filter some of those players through into the first team eventually. Now, as always, guys, if you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe for more FIFA 21 Career Mode content. There's a lot to come over the coming year. Leave a like on the video as well if you're enjoying it. It really helps the channel out a lot. You know, we're only a small channel. We're a brand new channel. And I want it to grow as much as possible and get these Career Mode episodes out there. Now, I'm just going to start today's episode off in the transfers that we've made because something happened within the save. And, you know, I obviously want to be open and upfront with you guys. So if you check back to episode 3, we finished off the episode signing Koulibaly and Dembele. But when I went to save the file, obviously something went wrong and it kind of reverted us back to after the Brighton game. So after the Brighton game and before we made the signings. So I had to do them off camera. Now, in episode 3, we signed Koulibaly for 84 million and we signed Dembele for 70 million. Now, this just shows how random the negotiations are in career mode because I had to do it all again and I couldn't get them for the same price. We ended up forking out £97 million for Koulibaly and we actually paid a little bit less for Dembele with 60 million. So at the end of episode 3, on those 2 players, in total, we spent £154 million. And in this one, if you add the 97 and the 60 together, that equals 157 million. So we spent £3 million more than what we did originally. Now, in the transfer budget, that leaves us with £15.1 million. Whether we'll manage to make another signing today, I'm not too sure. But you never know. You never know. There's a few days left until the transfer window ends. We could sell a player, which would help us out. And we could, you never know, we might be able to do something. If we have a look at who is still on the transfer list, obviously Timothy Fosu-Mensah is on there. Burnley are interested. We'll have a look at that offer in a minute. We've also got Jesse Lingard, who's valued at £10 million, who's on the transfer list, and Lee Grant, who's hardly worth anything. So if we did sell Jesse Lingard for 10 million and Fosu-Mensah for 6, that equals £16 million that could be added onto this 15. So we'll see how that goes throughout the episode. So as we just saw, Burnley have made an offer for Timothy Fosu-Mensah, £6.4 million, which is above his valuation. Now, I'm going to try and delegate this, and we won't sell the player for less than 6.4, but we are going to start this offer at 10 million. So let's see if we can get 10 million for him. And let's just see what happens with that deal. Now, another thing that I've done off camera in order to try and help with a little bit of rotation is I have made a first and second team. So this is the first team that you can see on screen. If I flick across to the right hand side, we've got all the other players in the second team. The second team isn't bad at all. It's pretty good. And I guess it shows where our weaknesses are, if anything. You know, up front with Igalo being our backup striker, we may need to do something with there, but we're going to have to sell if we're going to buy. Now, the other thing I've done is I've just adjusted the positions slightly of Van der Beek and Paul Pogba. Currently, well, at the start, both of these were in CDM positions. I've just pushed them slightly forward to make them central midfielders so that they don't lose any attributes. So first of the 2 games today, we're at full strength. We're going to be playing Wolves at Old Trafford. This is going to be by far our toughest game so far this season. Of course, we've got 2 wins out of 2 as it stands, beating Newcastle on opening day and then a 2-1 victory against Brighton as well. I'm still getting used to the gameplay. As you can see, we're playing on Legendary with 5-minute halves. So it's going to be a struggle today. If we could get a result, that would be absolutely fantastic. But I am still getting used to this gameplay. Now, we have got the 2 debutants in the side as well today. Koulibaly and Dembele will both be playing their first game for the club. We are at full strength. I cannot wait to see how we get on. Come on, United. It's looking like we've got a really strong side now. Oh, it's a nice ball through early on towards Marcus Rashford. If he can get into the penalty area, has a shot at Patricio. He makes a good save, but good early opportunity for us there as we win ourselves a corner. Right, can we make it a good one? We're going to look for the big man Koulibaly. Harry Maguire's there as well. It hits Podence, and the danger is cleared by Wolves. Good start for us. Right, it's Dembele. Here's his first little bit of action. He is left-footed. Finds a good delivery towards the back post. Bruno Fernandes scores, but I think he may be offside. He is. Oh, dear me. So unlucky. Great signs early on, though, from Dembele. What a cross that is. Yeah, he's offside. He's well offside. But it's good that he can pick his man out. Here come Wolves again. A little bit of space has opened up for them, and it's Ruben Neves. And he fires that wide. First chance of the game for Wolves. Oh, there's a run here if we could get it through. It's Dembele on his debut. Good save by Rui Patricio. We have been the far better side in this first half to date. Here we come again with Ousmane Dembele. He's got a little bit of space here for Bruno Fernandes, who loves an assist. Finds the 1-2. Can he find a shot, though? Yes, he can! Through the legs of Rui Patricio. Bruno Fernandes grabbing his first goal of the season. Lovely build-up. Fantastic first half from United. We have been absolutely superb. Brilliant 1-2 there with Anthony Martial. Just a quick touch. I did think about trying to square it again, but didn't think the angle was there. But we didn't need to. Fernandes did it all by himself on his left foot through the keeper's legs. Oh, Donny van der Beek's been dispossessed there in central midfield. And this comes to Raul Jimenez, who's going to be looking for opportunities with Podence. Here's Raul again. He's managed to get him on the back foot. First save De Gea's had to make today. So brilliant first half from us. We now commence the second half. I've really noticed a difference in a little bit of quality by adding in Koulibaly and adding in Dembele as well. Dembele looks sharp. Hopefully we can see a bit more from him in this second half. Oh, here's a chance again for Bruno Fernandes. And he slips through Anthony Martial. Can it be two? No, he's dragged it wide. He was offside though. Oh, and Harry Maguire's just lost possession. Coming a little bit too far forward. Paul Pogba and Aaron Wan-Bissaka are going to have to try and cover him with Podence out wide at the back. We've lost something in the centre here. Donny van der Beek is going to be in. Raul Jimenez shoots. Raul Jimenez scores. Wow. First opportunity that Wolves have really had in the game. And they've gone and got themselves an equaliser. We have dominated this. And we should be 2 or 3 up by now. But Wolves make it 1-1. Right, we are going to make a change. I'm deciding to take off Anthony Martial. We're going to bring on Jack Grealish, and we're going to move Marcus Rashford up front. I'm just thinking if we've got a little bit more pace there to try and get in behind that Wolves backline. Hopefully, Marcus can find maybe his first goal of the season. It's a nice ball through towards Paul Pogba. Can he find Marcus Rashford? Yes, he can. Gets himself into the box, finds a dink cross. Nobody there. Paul Pogba's on the edge of the box if he can get it, but he can't quite get to it. We're making the chances, but we can't find the finish. And that is it. Full time. We can only get the draw. Our best performance of the season, and we don't get the victory. That's just football, though. A little bit disappointing. Maybe should have had 2 or 3 goals before Wolves got their equaliser, but we'll have to make do with the point today. So back into transfer news. Ethan Laird has completed his loan move to Calgary, so that's good for him. There's been a loan offer for Mason Greenwood from Inter Milan, which we are actually going to reject. We do not want to see Mason Greenwood going out of this club. And then we've had a transfer offer from Wolves, who we've just played, for Jesse Lingard, £10.2 million. Now, let's see if we can get a bit more here, because I'm thinking if we can get this deal through, then there is a chance that we'll get a little bit more money in the transfer market, and maybe we can go out there and sign another striker. So let's go and negotiate with Wolves and see if we can get anything more out of them. Okay, so 10.2 million they are offering. I mean, let's see if we can get this up a little bit. Let's try for maybe 16 million for Jesse Lingard. I mean, he doesn't feature in my plans. I'd be quite happy to take the 10.2. So we rate Lingard highly, so we'd be prepared to increase our offer to 10.2. Well, that's what you offered in the first place. Let's propose a new one. We'll drop this down to, let's say, 14 million exactly. It depends on how much they want this player. That's as much as they're willing to pay. I still think that we can get a little bit more. I know I'm being a bit greedy, and I know I'm being a little bit picky. Can we go for 12.5? Come on, Wolves. You can do this. Absolutely not. The deal has fallen through. That's my fault for being too greedy. Maybe that's what happens with strict transfer negotiations. Okay, so a transfer that has gone through is Timothy Fosu-Mensah. He has gone for 6.4 million to Burnley, and we just need to agree this deal now. Let's accept the offer. He's valued at 6. They wouldn't pay any more than the 6.4, but now he has gone off to do his negotiations. So I come to you guys partway through the Southampton game. Don't ask, I seem to be having a little bit of a nightmare today. I turned around and I looked at some of the footage while I've been recording, and it started to look a little bit choppy. I'm not too sure what's going on. We are 1-0 up. Here is the goal, and it was that man Ousmane Dembele that scored it. Got himself through on goal pretty early on in the game and managed to find a finish. So we will carry on. There's also been a little bit of transfer news, well, that I did record, but now doesn't seem to be there. So we'll plough on through this game, and I'll talk you through that. It's basically potentially a sale of Jesse Lingard. Atletico Bilbao have gone and made an offer, and here is a chance for Southampton, which we managed to save. But Atletico Bilbao have made an offer. We have delegated the negotiations for that one, and we'll see what comes of that before the end of today's episode. But we're back into the game. Hopefully, the footage will stay okay now. Here we come again, trying to find a second goal. We've got players overlapping. Marcus Rashford doing well there in the box. Needs to try and stay strong. Right on the cusp of half-time, so if we can get an opportunity, that would be great. But the Southampton clear the ball, and that will probably be the end of the first half. He looked offside to me. Hopefully he is. It doesn't look like he is, but Aaron Wan-Bissaka manages to get the ball. Let's just hoof it downfield and get to half-time. Now, one thing I am gutted about, and you won't have seen it because I'll have edited it out due to the footage, is, as it stands, the Man United Zebra kit is not in the game. I wanted to play in that today. Hopefully EA will release an update. That's a poor pass across field. But yeah, hopefully EA will release an update and get that kit in the game. Because although it's absolutely horrendous, I wanted to try it out. We really need another goal. What I don't want is another Wolves situation where we've played okay and we've not been rewarded for it. Saying that, in other games, there's times when we have been rewarded. Here comes Southampton. Ings has got himself one-on-one with one of our defenders, and they're all getting mixed up into each other, and Southampton have equalised. I'm struggling to defend on this game. Oh dear. So that's 4 games in a row now where we've conceded a goal. Or more. 1 or more goals. And it's not acceptable. I mean, Harry Maguire and Koulibaly falling over themselves there. That was probably my fault. But Southampton have found an equaliser, and it's 1 apiece. There's another nice ball out wide towards Dembele. Can he get into the box and find an option? That should be a penalty. I think it is going to be. Dembele's feet are so quick. And we've got lucky there. I was a little bit dilly-dally trying to pull the ball back. But yeah, clearly a foul. Clearly a penalty. And Bruno Fernandes will step up to take this penalty. It's automatically gone to Marcus Rashford. Now we are going to choose Bruno Fernandes. I wonder if it's got the stance. We are going to go for this left-hand side. Fingers crossed we can get ourselves a goal here. Yes, we do. Bruno Fernandes making it 2-1. Back in the game. Can we hold on now and get these 3 points? Oh, here comes Southampton. They're in again. Great tackle by Harry Maguire. That is what we want to see. The danger still hasn't been cleared. Telles manages to pick his pocket, and Marcus Rashford is away. Can he find his man on the left-hand side? He can. We're just going to bring this back in towards Rashford. Back in towards Martial. There's a ball over the top there for Dembele if we can find it. It's an awful pass, but what a challenge by Harry Maguire. We had to get that right. It's a nice ball in towards Bruno Fernandes, who finds Paul Pogba once again. Lovely little bit of intricate passing from United. Here's Anthony Martial, and it's 3-0. 3-1, not 3-0. Lovely finish from him. Not scored for a couple of games, Martial, so nice to see him get back on the score sheet. And that should be all 3 points heading back to Old Trafford. Lovely finish. Nice bit of passing in and around the box. Great turn, and he managed to find the curl to get it round Fraser Forster. And there we have it then, a 3-1 victory. 3 points heading back to Old Trafford. Absolutely what we needed after the disappointment against Wolves. We should have 4 wins out of 4 in the Premier League, but 3 and a draw isn't too bad at all. 3-1 United. So back into the office. There has been an offer for Anthony Martial from Bayern Munich for £77.5 million. That's not happening. We're straight out rejecting that offer. As we discussed, Atletico Bilbao have come in for Jesse Lingard. We have, I think they made an offer. Actually, we've said, can we have 15 million? They offered just over 10. So we'll see if this plays out, and then we'll move into deadline day and see if any more players are coming into the club. So there we go. Jesse Lingard has gone. Athletic Bilbao, 10.5 million. Now, we need to confirm this deal, first and foremost. Let's accept it. So that should give us close to about 30 million in the transfer budget. We're going to have to advance another hour and see if this goes through okay. I'm sure it will do. We should have something pop up. Let's just keep checking the office. How much have we got as it stands? Still 20.3 million. It's not going to be enough for Dominic Calvert-Lewin if we were to go in for him. 2 messages now in the office. Oh, it's broken down. Oh, gutted. They couldn't agree personal terms, so we might have to stay as we are. There's been an offer for Lee Grant from Cardiff City, which we will accept, but that's not going to do anything for us. And I think a push for Dominic Calvert-Lewin could be off maybe until next season. And Lee Grant's deal has fallen through as well, probably because he's got quite high wages, I would imagine. So we might just have to settle for what we've got. Another offer this time for Diego Dallo. Here's our backup right back. Arsenal want to buy him for 15.7 million. So I think we're gonna actually reject that because we haven't got enough time to get another one in if that deal does go through, because the money isn't in the bank. There's only 2 hours left on transfer deadline day, and our business is done. We didn't get another striker, but do you know what? That's no great loss. If needs be, we can always put Marcus Rashford up there. We've got Martial as well as Ighalo. But, you know, that is what it is. So, Youth Squad monthly report. So these are the guys that are already in our youth squad. Our left midfielder, Lloyd Scone, the Welshman, is looking as though he could be a very, very good prospect indeed. Vasquez is not going to be great, so we're going to release him just to free up a little bit of space in there. Same with our Chilean CDM. He's not going to be great, so we're going to release him as well. If I can do it properly, let's say yes. 68 to 84. We'll see how these two develop, but I don't think we're going to get anything out of those guys. Monthly scouting report. The transfer window is closed, so we can delete that email. So these will be the ones from England, and let's have a look at what we've got. Oh, a potential 75 to 94 for Adam Freeman. We may get him to mid-80s. I think we'll actually sign him. 54 to 72 we will reject. 65 to 89 I think we'll reject him as well. 66 to 90 for Charlie Parker. We'll keep an eye on him. Jay Rhodes 58 to 80 is not going to do anything. And 46 to 62 100% no. So we'll scout this guy further, see what happens. But guys, that is going to be the end of today's episode. If we have a little look at the league table, 3 wins out of 4 so far. We sit 3rd in the Premier League if we look at the standings. Liverpool top, winning 4 out of 4. Same with Spurs. Chelsea and ourselves hot on their heels. But I think it's been a decent start. It was a shame that we didn't get the result that we wanted against Wolves to make it 4 out of 4. Apologies for any recording issues that we have had. It can't be helped. That's what happens. That's what happens in YouTube life sometimes. But in the next one, it's all going to be gameplay. We'll be playing 3 games. We've got Burnley at Old Trafford. We'll start our Champions League away from home against, is that PAOK? We'll start our trip there, and we'll also go to the Hawthorns where we face West Bromwich Albion. If you've enjoyed today's video, guys, please do leave a like. It's much, much appreciated. Subscribe as well if you are new, and I will catch you guys in the next one.